February is closing out in the Willamette Valley with 2 more days of potential wet snow in areas. So this is a video updating you on what's going to be happening the next couple of days and how much snow to expect, if any. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for those in the Portland area and the lowlands to the north. This also includes the western Columbia River Gorge as well. And the Cascades and the Coast Range are under a different winter weather advisory, expecting higher totals there. The setup for this system will come from a singular low pressure system currently off the coast of Oregon and Washington, and will slowly drift towards the coast, making landfall, I'm expecting, right around Willamette Bay in the southern Washington coast. Before it makes landfall, the winds will change to be out of the east through the Columbia River Gorge. But after landfall, I am anticipating that winds change to more of a southerly wind. But because it's also tapping into some colder air from up in British Columbia, as that wraps around the low pressure system, it won't have enough time to warm it up completely. But it is still going to be enough time that I anticipate that it's not going to be nearly as cold as it was on Wednesday during that big snow event, where in some cases temperatures were 27 or 28 degrees when the snow is falling. I think the temperatures will be at the coldest 31 or 32 when the snow is falling. Now, the timeline I'm expecting for Corvallis is that I am anticipating snow throughout the overnight hours tonight, going into a rain-snow mix, as I am not anticipating as strong of an offshore flow. In fact, you could be stuck with a more of a westerly flow from going through the Coast Range instead. So that could bring temperatures a little bit higher. And also, as a side note, that these temperatures are assuming you are currently in a rain cell. I don't think that will be the case constantly. So in between cells, these numbers will bump up about 2 or 3 degrees. For daytime on Monday, off and on showers, high in the mid 40s before dropping back to the mid 30s as we go on to Tuesday morning. For Portland, similar timeline, I am anticipating a longer threat of potential snowfall before we go into a rain snow mix and fully rain. I am also anticipating the highs a couple of degrees colder, right around 43 degrees tomorrow. And then I am anticipating, at least briefly, Portland to get down to freezing early on Tuesday morning in a snow shower cell. Again, similar to Corvallis, these temperatures are assuming, in the overnight hours at least, assuming you are in a rain cell or snow cell. And as a result, that tends to drop the temperature a couple of degrees in these patterns. If you are outside one of these cells, expect the temperature to be about 2 or 3 degrees warmer than this. And the chances of precipitation are about 10 to 20% higher than Corvallis at any given point in time. Though the overall chance of seeing precipitation throughout the day will be, at any point, will be the same. So the snow totals pretty much from now until 12 p.m. on Monday, I'm anticipating about a trace to 2 inches throughout most areas in the Willamette Valley, with most of these areas being on the side of a trace. The 2 inches is mainly for the random cells that move through in isolated areas that could bring localized higher totals. Though if you are above about 750 feet, I am anticipating anywhere from about 1 inch to 3 inches, with the light blue highlighted the main areas that are above 750 feet, though they are across other areas of the Willamette Valley. Also anticipating that in the Columbia River Gorge. And in the mountains, not really a big snow event, with it being just 2 to 5 inches for the foothills and 3 to 7 inches for those above 3,000 feet. Now, going into Tuesday, I am anticipating the potential for bigger totals, but there's still a reasonable amount of uncertainty for Tuesday. I'm putting the middle estimate at 1 to 3 inches as the current most probable situation, but it could be anywhere from about 0 to 6 inches depending on what ends up happening with this low pressure system, how quickly it rolls ashore, and where it rolls ashore. Those in the mountains will have higher snow totals, though, with anywhere from about 4 to 16 inches, depending on your elevation, on both tonight and Tuesday. I'm not anticipating much along the coastline. Areas like Tillamook may have a better chance just because of the offshore or flow, however. Forecast notes, like I mentioned, tonight most locations will be on the lower end of the range, with Tuesday's similar setup causing a wide range of possibilities. Minimal east wind. It is still possible that during the overnight hours an east wind will continue for, I'd probably say, until 1 or 2 a.m. at the absolute most, more likely 5 or 6 p.m. Higher uncertainty does exist further south, and as a result, I would not be surprised if tomorrow I change the map from south of the Portland metro area to just a trace to 1 inches or possibly even nothing at all. Best case scenario, the low moves further north or is ahead of schedule. In that case, we may not even get any snow in the air. But the worst case scenario would be that the low either moves further to the south, like to the Cannon Beach to Columbia River landfall location, or just flat out stalls. In this case, areas of 4 to 6 inches are possible in either deformation bands, or if an east wind continues to be overnight, that could meet up with a southerly wind and create another convergence zone, though I am not anticipating that on happening. And the showery precipitation means that there is a higher volatility in temperatures, also a little bit higher volatility in where the snow totals occur, though the average will be less. The potential is still there. The snow may also melt in between cells as temperatures will jump 2 to 3 degrees, which as a result will result in minimal effect on your morning commutes. For Corvallis, the 7-day forecast, I'm anticipating snow to rain Monday, I'll keep the rain snow mix graphic in there on Tuesday, but it's looking pretty likely that will be fully rain. In highs in the low to mid 40s. A single dry day on Wednesday before going back into good old showers Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with a chance of a rain snow mix early on Saturday morning. And Sunday, I'm expecting mostly cloudy skies with some off and on showers at this time, though none of the highs even approach normal for this time of year, which is 54, 55 degrees. I didn't even see 50s on the horizon, with the exception probably being Thursday could make a run at it. For the Portland metro area, similar to Corvallis, snow to rain tomorrow. On Tuesday, snow, and I am also keeping the rain snow mix, and I do think Portland has a better shot at seeing a rain snow mix throughout the day on Tuesday in heavier cells. But some areas will only see rain throughout the day on Tuesday. I'm still calling for a high of about 39 or 40 degrees. Before starting to warm up a little bit on Wednesday as it is dry, and warming up a little bit more Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid 40s. Brief rain snow mix chance early Saturday morning, and Sunday dries out a little bit, but I am still anticipating showers and sun breaks with highs right around 44 degrees. So that is it for this video. Tomorrow's video is the last guaranteed forecast video from this series of events, so I will have in tomorrow's video a better gauge on what's going to be happening with Tuesday's system. So please stay tuned for tomorrow's video, which will come out hopefully around the same time, if not a little bit sooner. So until then, please stay safe out there and take care.